Hello children, welcome again to the virtual session. So let us see what are we going to do today. We are going to do revision of chapter 4 heat. So we will start with the revision session of chapter 4 heat. Concepts which we have done in the chapter heat, that is some subtopics here. Hot and cold objects we have seen, measuring temperature, laboratory thermometer, transfer of heat, kinds of clothes we wear in summer and winter. So these are the subtopics which we have learned in this chapter. So we will have a revision session. We are going to take some subtopics in every session and we will do some revision of the concept which we have already learned for this chapter. So now we have seen hot and cold. What is that? In a daily life we come across a number of objects. Some of them are hot and some of them are cold. Tea is hot and ice is cold. Some objects are hotter than others and some are colder than others. We often decide which object is hotter than the other by touching the objects. Isn't we? We do that. So we cannot always rely on our senses of touch to decide how hot or how cold an object is. So by touching, merely touching, we just can't rely on the sense of touch to say an object is hot or object is cold. By how much hot, by how much cold we can't make out. So the hotness of an object is measured by its temperature. So the hotness, the measuring unit for the hotness is temperature. This we have all learned. So what is temperature? Temperature is a measure of the degree of hotness of an object. Temperature is measured by a device called thermometer. So temperature, with the help of a unit temperature, we can find the degree of hotness of an object, and temperature is measured by using a device called thermometer. Now you have clinical thermometer. We have seen clinical thermometer used for patients who will have a higher temperature or fever. So we can check with the help of clinical thermometer. You can see the construction of this thermometer in this picture, and you can see it is calibrated. The calibration we will see, and we will see digital thermometer over here. Nowadays digital thermometer gives you accurate reading. It is replaced by clinical thermometer. So clinical thermometer, instead we use digital thermometer because it gives a proper reading, accurate reading, and convenient to use, very handy, very portable. So measuring temperature, the thermometer that measures the temperature of a body is called clinical thermometer. So here is the diagrammatic representation of the picture we have seen of clinical thermometer. You can see the construction over here. It has a thread of mercury to flow, and the thread of mercury is covered with a glass tube, and it has a bulb which has mercury. Kink is there, that means a constriction or a bend thread inside of the mercury. We will see the function or the role of the kink. So this is the clinical thermometer. It is the construction of clinical thermometer. We will see what is it. A clinical thermometer has a long narrow glass tube. It has a bulb at one end containing mercury. It has a scale called Celsius scale marked in degree Celsius. So clinical thermometer calibrated in degree Celsius, and a clinical thermometer, the temperature range from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. Clinical thermometer has a small kink near the bulb. You have seen that constriction or the bending, that is called as kink near the bulb to prevent the mercury level from falling down. So what is the role of the kink? It will prevent the mercury from falling down or the backflow of the mercury. Mark, the normal body temperature of the human body is 37 degrees Celsius. So the temperature range of the clinical thermometer is 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. If the temperature goes higher, then there is some infection in the body, or body is fighting against some infection, or it will be indicated with a high temperature rise in the body, that is fever. So reading a clinical thermometer, how to read it? You have to take care of the precautions. Wash the thermometer with an antiseptic solution. Hold it firmly and give it a few jerks to bring the level of mercury below 35 degrees Celsius. Then place the bulb of the thermometer under your tongue. After 1 minute, take out the thermometer and note the reading. This will be your body temperature. So you need to check your body temperature. This is the procedure to be followed, and you have to follow these suggestions or the precautions to know your body temperature. You can see a picture over here how clinical thermometer can be kept under the tongue to know your body temperature. Then laboratory thermometer. A lab thermometer has a long narrow glass tube. You can compare the working and the construction of the clinical thermometer and the laboratory thermometer over here. A lab thermometer has a long narrow glass tube. It is longer than the clinical thermometer because the temperature range is higher here, a bigger range of temperature over here. It has a bulb at one end containing mercury, and it is a scale marked in degrees Celsius. So it has a scale marked in degrees Celsius here. Same thing, the range of the laboratory thermometer is generally, so the range difference you can see, and it's minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius, and it does not have a king. You can see the making of laboratory thermometer, and you can compare with the making of clinical thermometer, and temperature range also you can see the difference. So measuring temperature with laboratory thermometer, how do you do that? You have to take some tap water in a beaker. You can do this experiment in the lab. Dip the thermometer in the water so that the bulb of the thermometer does not touch the bottom or the side of the beaker. Otherwise it will hamper or it will affect the reading of the thermometer. So you have to be very careful. The precaution has to be taken that the thermometer should not touch the bottom or the side of the beaker. Hold the thermometer vertically. The mercury level will rise, and will wait till the level of mercury becomes steady. You have to wait because there will be some fluctuation initially, and then it will become steady. So that steady temperature will be observation that you will note down the level of mercury, and this will be the temperature of the water. Like temperature of the boiling water will be 100 degrees Celsius. So you have to wait till the mercury becomes steady. This is how you hold it, and you should take care. The precaution, you should not touch the walls or the bottom of the beaker, or here they have used conical flasks. So assignment which was given to you, if you have not done in the previous session, you can do it in the revision session here. Shopkeepers selling ice blocks usually cover them with jute sack. Explain why. In a mercury thermometer, the level of mercury rises when its bulbs comes in contact with hot object. What is the reason for this rise in the level of mercury? So if the concept are clear, you can easily answer these questions, children. So this is the assignment which was given to you. It's a revision session going on. If you have not taken down points, or if you have not written the assignments, you can kindly do so in the revision session. We will continue with the revision session of the chapter. Thank you, children. Have a wonderful day.